All right, another early morning video. Woohoo, let's go. I normally don't do videos this early in the morning, but I had time, my kids are still asleep, and I wanted to cover this topic. So we've seen a lot in the last few days come out about this game, Black Myth Wukong, and it's made by a Chinese developer. It is very much true to Chinese mythology. People say the gameplay is amazing. It's going to be like the next big Souls-like game, which I know the term is overused, but I guess that's the only thing you can really compare it to. Well, a lot of the game media coverage has been about how the game looks amazing, it's breathtaking, it's accurate to Chinese mythology, it's very faithful to the culture. But unfortunately, we've seen little things like this from Rebecca Valentine over at IGN, that despite their positive review of the game, they had to go and attack the developer for being sexist and misogynistic and blah, 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 blah. Okay? It's the same crap every time we've seen it. It doesn't matter how good the game is, if the developer is somebody that they can either extort, or somebody that, and that's of course allegedly, or somebody that they don't agree with politically or ideologically, they are going to attack the product even if the product is good. Well, now what we've seen with Assassin's Creed Shadows is the polar opposite. The media has been running cover for this game, much like Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, since day one. For whatever reason, because of Sweet Baby Inc.'s involvement, or because of the fact that Ubisoft caved so hard due to their own bad behavior during a lot of like the Me Too stuff, where there was people inside of Ubisoft who had bad behavior. They have gone hard the other direction, trying their hardest to please the game's media. And now we're seeing not just the fact that they're focusing on Yasuke, the Black Samurai, and not just the fact that they're deciding to virtue signal and try to say, oh yes, all of our characters, both Naoe and Yasuke, are going to have multiple relationship options, i.e. LGBT, virtue signaling again. Now what we've seen is Grumps posted last night that apparently Assassin's Creed Shadows is having a banner in their game that is stolen from a Japanese reenactment group. And of course, allegedly, again, because of the fact that, I mean, it looks identical, but maybe there's a tiny difference here or there. We'll get into that in a minute. So the tweet from Grumps says, Japanese reenactment group my Japanese is non-existent. Sekigahara Teppo Corps claims Ubisoft stole their banner symbol, contemplates lawsuit. Comment section is filled with displeasure about Ubisoft first claiming game was historical, then flipping to fiction when called out. Of course, you have this quote here saying, Yusuke goes around decapitating and crushing the heads of all the peasants and characters that appear in the game. Member of Sekigahara Rifle Corps may be treated in the same way by Yusuke in the game. I mean, it's basically like this Japanese backlash that people keep telling us doesn't exist is a real thing. And of course, this is the reenactment group right here. And I tried to do some research on this. It doesn't seem like the reenactment group itself has any basis in history other than this battle, the Battle of Sekigahara, which was a real battle. It's a very pivotal moment in Japanese history. But what you do have is the banner that they use, the black banner you'll see in a second, being used in the game. And so the original tweet that was translated from says, I heard a little bit about this, but it seems that the Sekigahara Rifle Corps was used as the background for the concept art for Assassin's Creed Shadow. I actually took a look at it, and when I zoomed in, I could definitely see the black flag that we use. Honestly, I'm not sure how to react. The issue with the Sekigahara Rifleman was the unauthorized use of the black flag, but isn't the fabrication of history a separate issue? Also, I think the design of the flag would have been impossible at the time, but I don't know if the Sekigahara Rifle Corps didn't exist. I registered as a user and contacted Ubisoft's Japan support via inquiry form. I told them that the concept art depicts the Sekigahara Rifle Corps flag, and that if they wanted to officially use it, they should contact the representative. So what you have here essentially is Ubisoft having some sort of artist take a look at it and say, oh, this looks really cool. I want to use this in the game. And you can see, of course, this is it right here. This is their banner. And apparently it appears in the game. So again, more of Ubisoft and the team creating this game not doing their homework. Absolutely embarrassing. And you can even see on the original Japanese YouTube video that covered this here, they go into detail over all this stuff, the banner, all of it. And this is, again, the original tweet that was translated from. So from the Geeks and Gamers here, we have this article talking about the whole situation. It says, the hits just keep on coming for Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed Shadows, although it's hard to feel bad for them because they keep doing it to themselves. And I think most of us can agree with that sentiment. This is a self-imposed problem, a self-imposed wound at this point with Ubisoft, and honestly, they're just going to keep digging their own grave. The article goes on to say a Japanese group called the Sekigahara Teppo Corps or Sekigahara Rifle Corps, a group that reenacts the Battle of Sekigahara and other historical events, believes that Ubisoft is using their flag in Assassin's Creed Shadows without their permission. And yeah, this is going to be a big, ugly situation, unfortunately, because of the fact that Ubisoft has tried so hard to chase this, once again, imaginary audience that they think exists, much like what we've seen with Star Wars and other properties where they keep trying to change the IP, change the story, change the characters to fit a certain narrative, and they go, oh, you know, if we just create a product for this imaginary audience, the audience will come, right? But the reality is, people wanted this game to be a historically based Japanese game about a Japanese samurai who also happened to be an assassin. Instead, what we got was this complete dog water virtue signaling mess where they can't even get things like their torii gates and the shrines that they had in the game. Again, using pieces of architecture that have actual cultural significance and not understanding it, and now they're just flat out caught stealing artwork or banners from some other group that don't even have historical accuracy. That's the craziest thing, is like you're stealing from something that isn't even historically accurate for your loosely historically based game. Mind-boggling. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. This doesn't need to be a long one, but this is just another update on the complete travesty that this game is. And to be honest, I know a lot of people are still going to buy this game regardless of the fact that it's going to be complete crap. But hopefully most people are wisening up to the fact that Ubisoft is one of these companies that is the most predatory company in the video game industry, especially with their $130 price tags on subpar products that they call quadruple A games. I'm going to leave it right there. Leave a comment down below and I'll catch you guys later. All right, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for being here. I do have 2 channels, Minimal Effort Podcast, as well as my gaming channel. I do have a Twitch and Kick for my gaming channel. We do live streams over there occasionally, maybe once a week. And then if you are in the market for a new PC, make sure to check out Meta PCs. Click the link I have down below. Use code TBO at checkout for a special discount. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.